How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping out another video. Right, guys, this is my review into Forest Bank Prison. Now, the idea of what I wanted to do with this video was get some black card, get some numbers like 1 to 10, and do like a come down with me style review, holding numbers up for each individual like part of the prison that I was talking about: education, employment, like food, like healthcare, OMU, offender management unit, public protection unit, all that sort of stuff, right? I've not got them, so I'm just going to do the vlog anyway. So I've been in Forest Bank Prison twice, right? Now, Forest Bank Prison is exactly that. It's a prison in a forest on the bank of the River Irwell in Salford. It's run by Sodexo Justice Services. It holds approximately 1,500 prisoners. And like I say, it's a private prison. The director or the governor of that prison, when I was there, was a guy called Matt Spencer. Matt Spencer. I've been in that prison on 2 occasions now. First time I was there, E1 was the induction wing. I ended up housed with a kid who killed his dad. He killed his dad with a hammer, which he declared it was a nasty DIY accident. His dad tried to nonce his sister off, and he'd beaten his mum profusely and stuff, and he was coked up. He went round to his flat in Salford with an hammer, and in the space of, I think, CCTV from entering the block to leaving the block was 4 minutes, and he'd left his dad, and his dad died in a pool of his own blood. Yeah, I think he suffocated because his whole central part of his face had caved in. I was housed with him on E1, on the ones at Forest Bank. First time I've been in the prison. Previous to that, I've been in Strangeways. Strangeways, obviously, HMP prison. When you walk into a prison, you know you've landed in a prison when you walk into Strangeways. That was the first ever stretch I'd been on when I went to Strangeways. And you could see from the 1s to the 4s and stuff, and everything that I thought prison was, Strangeways was it. Then I landed in Forest Bank, and I'm like, oh, the officers are going to be like Strangeways, bastards, swap the personality for a set of keys. Simply wasn't the case at all. The officers were very, very approachable, really, really were. I didn't get a job on my first stretch at Forest Bank. I was there, like I said, I was padded up with this kid he'd already done 7 years. He was up on AV's accumulated visits. He was based down he'd been shipped to Loudon Grange Prison from Garth Prison up near Preston, because he'd been having sexual relationships with an officer. He got shipped to Loudon Grange. Whilst he was in the Grange, he wasn't getting visits, right? So he'd accumulated visits, missed out, and then they shipped him back up to Salford, where he was from, so he had a visit every single day. We was padded up together, we got on great. And like I say, the layout of the prison was completely different now. The prison's like, there's a vlog on my timeline somewhere in my 700 and plus videos where I got the TV, I got the picture of the prison up on the TV, and with a broken coat hanger, I went round. So this is A1, A2, B1, B2, all the way around the prison, the football pitch, Main Street, the chapel, the education, OMU, reception, football pitch, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, the prison, like I say, it was different. It was chalk and cheese to the time that I'd spent in Strangeways. Now, the officers, like I say, I can't speak highly enough of them. I've got to be honest. It's badly run from the top, but the officers get frustrated with that as well. But like I say, it's just the people at the top have not. It's been a long time since they've been on the wings and stuff, and like it's just crazy and stuff. And it was frustrating for the officers, and that was it. Just like the regime was pretty much chilled out again. Strangeways, 22, 23-hour lockup. Forest Bank, we got a lot of association compared to Strangeways. You get around 3 hours a day. Hold on, 1, 2, about 3-4 hours a day. Forest Bank, Monday to Friday. On the Saturday, you're talking probably 5 to 6 hours on association. The prison consists of the top bit of the prison and the bottom bit of the jail. Now, the bottom bit of the jail, if you look on Google Images, you'll see the top bit of the prison. It looks like a star, so it goes around like this, like 1 wing, 2 wing, 3 wing, 4, 5, and just goes around in like a star formation. And that's your main, as you call it, your main. Right, that's connected by a main street, which is it's got like it's like a passageway that goes up. You've got like as you come off the wing and stuff, you've got like steps you can go up to, like get onto the like 2s. The prison spill it into, let's go back, right, I'm getting away from myself. Right, so a 4 landing wings broken into 2. So you'll have A1, you'll have A2. A2, you had to go up the stairs, all the way to the top, and they've got their own entrance to their wing. B1, B2, C1, C2, C3, sorry, C2, D1, D2, E1, F1, and then from F1 you have to go to the top bit of the jail. Now, then you've got G1, which is the Eden unit, right? That's like recovery for people that have got alcohol addiction and drug addiction. But they start off on Detox, which is now G2. G2 used to be induction, G2 swapped with H1. H1's still currently induction, or it was as of February last year when I left. We moved over on the Christmas of December 2016. I think it was like I think it was like the 27th of December, 28th of December 2016. We swapped from G2 to H1. H1 was a bigger wing. That was the Detox wing. The hatches used to open for the medical hatch and stuff. Each cell had like the piece of glass would just open, which we weren't too pleased about. We didn't want to move, but Youngie, who was the induction officer, he told us we had to move, so we all moved. So if you don't want to move, you quit your job and you go down to the main. So we did that. We moved over to H1. Was housed on there. So H1's induction. H2 is the bacons, the nonces, the kiddie fiddlers, prisoners, like prison officers that have been sent to prison, or former police officers or deadheads. They go on to H2, which is predominantly it's houses sex offenders, rapists, kiddie fiddlers, but you do get the exceptions. You do get people that go on protection because they might be child murderers, or police officers or prison officers that have been sent to prison. So you've got the top bit of the prison, which looks like a V shape. You've got the football pitch, and then, like I said, you go down. You've got reception. You've got down Main Street. You've got the gym. You've got the kitchens. You've got OMU. You've got the chapel. You've got education. You've got healthcare. Yeah, the jails, like I say, the jails. It's not the biggest jail. When you get when I was housed on E1, and then I got security moved to F1. When I was padded up with a lifer on the first stretch, I said to them, look, they said, you're being security moved. And there was a red badge, right? And anyone that's been in Forest Bank Prison will know the name, Adi Erner. He's a massive unit. He's from St. Helens Way. Massive. I think he's an Everton fan through and through. He's just a man mountain. Anyone that's been in Forest Bank will know the name Adi Erner. He's a red badge. Red badge, for those that don't know, is a senior officer. You've got your blue badge, which is a normal officer. You've got your red badge, which is a senior officer. Then you've got your purple badges, which are your unit managers. And yeah, Adi was my red badge and stuff. He was absolutely top bloke. If you're all right with him, he'll be all right with you. He's got a great sense of humour. Have a great laugh with you. So he was there and stuff. I can't remember the other officers off because it was a bit of I didn't really get friendly with the officers there. I got friendly with Adi. Adi's a top guy. Like I said, he's very professional, does it by the book. On my second stretch, which was I was sent down in 2016, got out in 2017, I was sent back to Forest Bank. I went to Bolton Crown Court. From Bolton Crown, got sent to Forest Bank. For those that don't know, from every courthouse in the UK, ordinarily you serve a specific prison. So Forest Bank, for example, Wigan. Burnley, for some reason, is a local. Right? Forest Bank is a local for Burnley. Because Burnley, for me, they should go Preston, but from Burnley, they come to Forest Bank. Oldham, Magistrates, Ashton-under-Lyne Magistrates, Bolton Crown Court, you go into Forest Bank. Wigan, it's just full of Wiganers. You got a lot of Scousers in Forest Bank as well. Like I say, from every court you're supposed to go to a specific prison unless that prison's locked out, and then you can end up in anywhere in the prison system. Do you know what I mean? Not every prisoner is housed in the area that they come from. If I go to London and commit crime in London and I get arrested in London, they're going to be before a magistrate's court down there, and then go through that, and they'll end up in a prison in London, Pentonville, Belmarsh, Brixton. The list goes on and on. So the wing on the last stretch and stuff, I'd landed on the wing on a Friday. Obviously knew the reception process and stuff, how it works. I packed a bag, landed at the jail, going through all the process and stuff, like having my picture taken, seeing the nurse, did a piss test. They said you don't have to, it's not compulsory, it's not, they won't hold it against you, but they say, will you piss into this little plastic thing? It's got a snap-on lid. Go into there, pissed into there, filled it right up, nearly pissed all over my hand, slammed it shut, washed it, took it back to them, Then I had to do my prop, right? Now your prop, all that means is you'll have an allowance. So they might say 10 t-shirts, 10 tracky bottoms, 5 pair of socks, 5 pair of boxers, this, that and the other. So they'll go through your clothes and stuff, say, right, this, do you want this? Yeah. If you've got a football shirt or something like that, they're not allowed. Obviously, football rivalries. You're allowed house coats or dressing gowns, but you're not allowed ones with hoods. They won't let you have camouflage clothing in there neither, because it's set in woodland. If you get out and stuff, and you could camouflage and disappear and stuff and all that sort of nonsense. So you do that. Then I was put in a holding cell. There's a big TV on the wall in a plastic case and stuff, so you couldn't break it or smash it up or change the channel. I had some food. I think I had sausage casserole or something like that. Got taken up onto the induction wing. Like I said, the induction wing had gone from the bottom bit of the jail, from E1, where I was last time. Then I got shipped to F1 on security move. F1's basic, half normal. So the ones up on the 2s are on basic, kick fuck out the cell door all day, goes on. Then it moved now to G2. So been processed and stuff. Got all my stuff in my plastic bag, thrown it over my shoulder like I was like one of the little dwarfs. And then we went up to the top. AD again, we bumped into AD Erner. AD Erner was just coming down the stairs. You get into the top bit of the prison. Like I say, to the left, you've got H1, which at the time was was for the Detox. You had G1 to the right. That was the Eden unit recovery. So you go to Detox, and then from Detox you'd be put on like a lesser script or methadone script or Subutex or whatever it might be. Once you've come off that, they wean you onto the Eden unit, which is recovery continuation. Go up the stairs. You come up the stairs. First wing on your right, that's your kiddie fiddlers. That's your that's HU. That's your nonces. That's your bacons. That's your vulnerable prisoners, VPs. Vulnerable in the sense that because what they're in there for, or the debt heads, or the former police officers, or child murderers, or paedophiles, or rapists, they're vulnerable in the sense if you put them in general population, they would be attacked. And then the wing straight over from us was G2. So I was put onto G2. Because I played the game when I was in reception, I got placed on high risk. High risk means you're a bit emotionally unstable, or you're unstable. You can be racially high, you can be high risk, because if you house with someone, you could shank them up, stab them, attack them. So I was put in cell 27. So I've gone in, stuff, they said, right, 27, gone up to 27, got a bedding pack on the bed there. Bedding pack, involved in your bedding pack at Forest Bank, you've got knife, fork, spoon, you've got a blue plastic cup. They don't give you a plate there because you've got like these little school dinner plates that they've got downstairs. Bar of soap, some shower sachets, quilt, blue mattress, which is already on your bed. Yeah, things like that, man. So, like I said, so you've gone up, you've done that, you've got like a little pillowcase, a pillow, a little quilt cover sort of thing for your bedding and stuff like that. I straight away said to the officer, who was called Minion. He's not called Minion, we all call him Minion. He's called Dan. Very good officer, really good officer, actually. Got on very, very well with him. I said, look, no, it wasn't. It was Wilkie. There was an officer called Wilkie. I said to Wilkie, I said, look, I'm not locking up until I've got a TV. Commonplace. If you go to a prison and you are placed in a cell, right, do not lock up unless you were getting a TV, because it's a distraction device. Why should you be punished? You're not on basic. Just landed at the prison. So I said, look, I'm not banging up until I get a TV. Give me a television. Happy as Larry. Sorted my aerial out, stuck my aerial out the window, got me extra channels. That was it. Got my head down. Got let out. So I'd eat in my cell. I just quiet kid, to be honest with you. I'm a big guy, but that don't mean anything in prison, by the way. I'd go down. We got unlocked for food on the Saturday. Gone for breakfast. Went down, had my breakfast. Got some cereal. Got my milk. Went back to my pad. Had my cereal and stuff. Then we was locked up. Went down at dinner time, went across the hot plate, got my meal, stuff like that. I'd not had a chance to put my menus in, so I was on the veg default option. Went across the hot plate, got my food, got some bread to pad my stomach out, because obviously fucking just landed at the prison. Got my induction canteen, which I got coffee, milk, sugar, roll-on deodorant, writing pad, things like that. I'd already packed a lot of things when I went there as well. Like, I was prepared for prison. You can catch that down my timeline, what to pack for prison. So yeah, so I went back to my pad. I'd have my food. I'd eat in my cell. I come back down. I'd hand it to the lad. It was Derek, who became a friend of mine, Degza. We actually met up on the out for a beer. Give him my thing. Say thank you for that. He'd dip it. Cut a long story short. On the Sunday, I'm on the phone to my ma. All my numbers were still on my pin and everything. I think, yeah, my numbers were still on my pin. My credit had been gone, but I put some of my thingy on. So when I've gone to the phone and stuff, I just dialed it. Pin number had come, dialed the number out, ringing my ma. I was on the phone to my ma, telling her that I'd landed. Like, obviously, I'd been there 2 days. Everything was sweet. And then literally, she's like, as I'm on the phone, because like in Forest Bank you've got like, it's not like a payphone where you open a door, it's like a little blue booth thing, and you stand and it just covers your head and you just stand there because it's very noisy on the wing. I just said to her, yeah, everything's good and everything. And whilst I was on the phone, there's a red badge called Jacko. Jacko's a big massive guy. He's from over like, I think he's Skipton way, over in Yorkshire near Bradford way, over there, Yorkshire Dales. Taps me on the shoulder. I've never even spoke to him. He goes, do you want a job? I goes, doing what? He goes, as a cleaner. I said, where? He said, on a wing. I said, yeah, okay. He said, right, move from 27 to 47, you're a cleaner. So then you move on to millionaire's row. And then Marshy was fuming. Marshy was like, have you just got a cleaning job? I said, yeah. He goes, fucking hell. I said, oh, don't be too happy, Marshy. He wanted his brother to get on it. Him and his brother are top lads. They're from Farmworth way over in Bolton, top lads. And that was it. I moved from cell 27 to cell 47. I was a cleaner. Started on the ones, which obviously you've got to start at the bottom if you're a cleaner. Ones is your biggest stretch, because obviously on the twos you've only got like a narrow on each side, and then you've got the top bit where the stairs are on both sides, but it's a smaller graft than the bottom. The ones is a graft, mate. Sweeping, mopping, taking the food bins out, taking the bins out. Do you know what I mean? You've really got your work cut out for you and stuff. So I started at the bottom, started from the bottom, now we're here. No, so started at the ones, worked my way up and ended up on the showers, and I ended up on the showers for a few months. The wing cleaner came up. I was kicking off because I wanted the wing cleaner job because it was £15 an hour. Degsy, who was my mate Derek, he got sacked for pissing positive for spice. The drug test in the January was the first time that spice could show up as positive. The strain of spice would show up as cannabinoids on the piss test, because he was addicted. He was on the spice bad. He's a really, really nice guy. Got sacked, piss positive. Actually challenged it, because he said, look, if under the prison rules, you can like challenge it. You can say that if you took a substance not knowing, or somebody spiked you, or you unknowingly took it. So, i.e., someone says, oh, yeah, here, have a bit of this burn, and you try it thinking it's burn and it's spice, you can't get done for it. You don't grass anybody up, but you just say, look, a friend of mine, no names, passed me and I just had a talk, I didn't know it's spice. And that's the way you can get round it and stuff. And then we ended up meeting up for a beer on the outside. Like I say, the wing dynamic was great. There's some great officers. We had Blanky. Blanky was a really good guy. You had Minion, who was Dan. You had Ollie, who was one of the SOs. You had Adi Erno, one of the red badges, very good guy. You had Wilkie, he was a funny bastard. I had a really good laugh with Wilkie. Who else, man? There's some... Miss Prince, man. Miss Prince, right? She's a pucker officer, mate. Anyone that knows of Miss Prince, mate, right, she's mixed race. And she's a really good looking woman. I think she was working up on B2 or something. B2 or A2. B2 or A2 she was working on. Mixed race girl, stunning officer, really pretty. Some really good looking women in Forest Bank Prison and stuff like that. I can't really say like education and stuff. I didn't really do education. When you do induction and stuff, you've got to do a bit of education. You've got to do a computer thing, see how you score and stuff like that. Went into the library, that was just to get off the wing and stuff. But as a cleaner in the prison, you get a lot of freedom. The wings at the top of the part of the prison, because obviously if you look at pictures of Forest Bank Prison, the prison was built and it was just the star, the main. Then they added and extended the perimeter so you could fit the G wing and the H wings, right? And if you look at anywhere, example, Forest Bank Prison or the Manchester Union News, when they do a story on Forest Bank Prison, they always put the old picture of the prison before the new wing was added. Now, the wings at the top bit of the jail, right, so G2 that I've been on and H1, is their cells are a lot bigger, wider than when you get down to the main. You get down to the main, and honest to God, you can pretty much touch from wall to wall. It's really that bad. The showers, I believe, are cleaner in the top bit of the jail as well, because again, it was built after. The showers down the bottom bit of the jail and stuff like that are not the best. You've got cleaners on every wing. You can become an orderly, you can become a garden orderly, you can work in the workshops, you can work, like I say, gardening, you can work in the kitchens, you can even work picking people's canteen items and stuff like that. It goes on. The prison compared to Strangeways was night and day. I've got nothing positive to say about my time in Strangeways, nothing at all. It's an inhumane prison, a Victorian prison with Victorian conditions. Apart from TVs and in-cell sanitation, that prison's going backwards and stuff. It's reminiscent of Dickensian England, showing you wings with rice and mice and rats and stuff like that. The cleaners that I work with in the prison, some top lads and stuff. Degsy was one of them. End up meeting him one day out. Esky boy, top lad. Whippy, who I've just covered, referenced the extremism and terrorism, was working with him. There was a couple of other lads there that I won't name, but top lads. We had a good laugh. Like I say, when you're a cleaner, you get more freedom. You're out of your cell longer. Monday to Friday, I was out of my cell probably 14 and a half hours a day. On a weekend, was probably 9 hours a day. Hold on. Yeah, about nine hours, about nine and a half hours a day on a weekend and stuff. We had to work extremely hard for our money. We're doing cell cleans, bedding packs were coming over, which stores used to come over, like the milk and the cereal and stuff like that. We'd have to prep that. We used to have to do a lot of graft. We'd have to go and get the food trolleys. We'd have to serve the food. We'd have to do handouts. We'd have to empty the food bins. We'd have to, like I say, clean cells. You've got to remember, guys, some of these prisoners that are leaving these cells, like we used to say to them, like, you move in, and say, yeah, right, do us a favour, right, put all your rubbish in a fucking bag, right, try and feed them a bag through the side of the door. They take it, say, right, so just stuck all your rubbish in there for us, boys. Some of the cells that we used to clean were fucking manky, sweaty feet, hanging, just dirty, shit all up the wall, shit all over the toilet, blocked toilets. Cleaning, man, prison, £10.25, 7 days a week. On the main, they work 5 days a week, and I think they get like private cleaners in on a Saturday, Sunday morning, so they don't have to do as much, you know what I mean? But we had to work hard because it was induction wing. Prisoners were coming and going all the time. Feed in, feed out, feed in, feed the main. New process prisoners, because people getting sent down on a daily basis. And then prisoners getting out from the main, we're shipping them out. We're shipping them to fill them holes in the main and stuff like that. And then you've got single cell restriction prisoners, which were hard to move because there's only a couple of single cells in the prison. There's not loads, but there's a few, but there's not as many as there are double cells, because they don't like high risk prisoners, because you can't put high risk in a double cell, because if something happens, then it's on the prisoners, it's on the prison officers and on the top brass of the prison. But overall, very good prison, guys. Some great officers, like I say, Ollie, Adriano, Wilkie, Sanderson, Sandor, can't forget Sandor, Kavanagh, Blanky. I'm trying to think now, my brain's going fucking mush. Like I say, Miss Prince, the arse of the bank, she's beautiful. I hope she doesn't see this, and I hope I never end up in prison again. But if I ended up back in Forest Bank, like I say, the officers are decent for the most part. Youngie as well, he was a good officer, did it by the book and stuff like that. Youngie was the induction officer, very good guy. Our purple badge, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I can't think what he's called off the top of my head, but he's a really nice guy. Used to have many discussions with him and stuff about prisoners should be able to receive incoming calls in 2017 as it was then. And we used to have many debates and stuff, but the officers are very approachable, and any other walk of life, we'll be friends with them. I feel sorry for the officers on the wings, because the top brass, I just don't think they can comprehend and stuff and relate to them that much, because they're sat behind desks now pushing papers and stuff rather than pounding the landings like the officers and stuff. But like I say, anyone that's been in Forest Bank, I'm interested to know from you guys, how did you find your time in Forest Bank prison? How did you find the officers, education, healthcare? Healthcare was fucking messed up, but it is what it is. It's prison, innit? Gonna let it go, guys. Gonna leave it there. Let me know what you think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.